Hello. Okay, Kimmel and Katie. I'm glad you two posted next to each other because you're doing the same kind of work. You're both doing sort of video advertisements for places, Vancouver, which I've never been to, and a beautiful, wonderful place in the Caribbean I've never been to. I think that's wonderful. It's going to be fun to see how you interpret these different places. So my message for both of you is exactly the same. Good presentations, you've got a clear direction, but you both need the content. That really drives any project. You've probably heard that before about graphic design. You got to have the content to know what you're doing, especially for animation. So get that done as soon as possible. Remember, the video will be 45 minutes or 45 minutes. Good goodness. 45 seconds long minimum. So you don't want too much type. So for example, if this was your copy, I would say this paragraph would be more than enough because you're going to animate like every phrase and maybe a word in every phrase will move. So that's actually a lot of work. All right, so get the content as soon as possible. Also, both of you, you consider using two fonts total, one decorative and one supporting like sans serif. Also, I love Avenir. It's probably my favorite font, and there's so much in that typeface, as you probably know. There's bold, black, Roman, etc. You can use every different font in that typeface, and if you did that plus a decorative font, there would be a lot going on, but using one typeface with many options would look tight because it's all part of the same family. But if you use four different fonts, it's going to look a little indecisive. So consider using two fonts total. Kimmel, this also goes for you. You've got two sans serifs that are sort of similar and one two serifs that are sort of similar and one sans serif. I get those a little mixed up sometimes. I know what they are, but I mix them up in my speech. These all come on everybody's computers, and they don't look that creative. So consider going to a site like DaFont. Not don't. That's probably an interesting site on its own, though. It's not. DaFont.com. Both of you, I think. So I was going to say to you that this Pacifico, I love that font a while ago, but I think a lot of people did. It kind of is overused. So consider, instead of using like all of these, if you really love Avenir, it's kind of conservative in its sans serifness, but consider going on a site like DaFont.com and finding something a little more creative. So as a designer, that is what you're paid to do, is to find creative solutions to challenges. So Kamal, for you, because you're doing the Caribbean, and it's people promote it as a place to have a good time. So let's see. I don't know. I'm going to just write the Bahamas because it's what I know how to spell. So you can see with some of these brush fonts, you get sort of a wet, animated, fun feel. So Vancouver, I know nothing about Vancouver. This Pacifico does remind me of the West Coast. Like I have in-laws in San Francisco, and it has a nice sort of 1940s classy, but also hip feel to it. So I think you hit the nail on the head. But see what you can do to update that a little bit more. Already, like I said, already it's starting to look a little overused. So maybe in the retro world is a place you want to go. Just have fun. I always like this font, but it doesn't come with the sentence case. So anyway, I can spend hours on DaFont.com, and I recommend that you do too. Let me know if you have any questions.